During her cross-examination today, one of Trump's lawyers asked Stormy Daniels, quote, "You made all this up, right?" A strategy that immediately backfired when Trump yelled, "No, she didn't. We had sex."
Republicans are going through a tough time this week. There's drama with Stormy Daniels testifying in Donald Trump's legal case about their past relationship, and Republicans are arguing over Marjorie Taylor Greene's unsuccessful attempt to remove Speaker Mike Johnson. Let's dive deeper into this.
Their affair, and Republicans bickered over Marjorie Taylor Greene's failed attempt to oust Speaker Mike Johnson. For more on this, it's time for a closer look.
Seth Meyers didn't hold back in criticizing Trump, especially after the latest updates from Stormy Daniels' testimony. Meyers joked about Trump feeling embarrassed as Daniels spilled more details about their past. She shared even more awkward information about their intimate relationship while back on the witness stand during Trump's trial. The trial became more captivating with each new revelation, catching the attention of both the public and the media. It's been a tough week for Republicans, especially with Stormy Daniels back on the stand in Donald Trump's criminal trial, revealing more embarrassing details.
Embarrassing week for Republicans continued today as Stormy Daniels returned to the stand in Donald Trump's criminal trial and discussed more humiliating details.
This only intensified the ongoing controversy surrounding Trump's personal life and legal issues. Meanwhile, internal strife within the Republican Party escalated due to Marjorie Taylor Greene's failed attempt to oust Speaker Mike Johnson.
For what purpose does the gentlewoman from Georgia seek recognition?
Under Rule 9, I seek recognition to give notice of my intent to raise a question of the privileges of the House. The form of the resolution is as follows. Declaring the office of Speaker of the House of Representatives to be vacant. This is the uniparty for the American people watching.
A closer look, host Seth Meyers suggested that Mike Johnson's negligence was what motivated Greene to try and remove him from his role as Speaker of the House. Meyers didn't hold back in criticizing the GOP further, especially in the aftermath of the chaos surrounding Greene's motion. After all, Meyers quipped, it's the same party that consistently boosted her profile and helped her get elected to Congress. Meyers humorously pointed out that Republicans should take responsibility for elevating Marjorie Taylor Greene within their ranks. He stressed that even Trump, whom Republicans adore, has openly supported Greene, singing her praises and mentioning her at rallies.
Oh, and one of my favorite people, oh, she's so smart. I hope she's around. I hope she's around. She is an incredible woman. She's a brilliant woman, doesn't get credit for it, but we all know about that stuff. Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Meyers is poking fun at Trump's endorsement of Greene by sarcastically suggesting that someone smart isn't getting the recognition they deserve.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, contrary to popular opinion, she's actually very smart. She doesn't get credit for it.
He further talked about her IQ level.
People who say to me, her IQ is the same as her shoe size. Not sure they say things to me like if her age were the same as her IQ, she wouldn't be old enough to vote.
Meyers also couldn't resist making fun of Greene's intelligence, especially after Trump claimed that most people think she's not very bright.
Most people think she's dumb as ask around. I tell them they're wrong.
Furthermore, Meyers is also interested in the noise that Trump produces.
She's so dumb! She went to a football game, and when they said quarterback, she thought she got a refund. She's so dumb, and this one is true. I saw this happen. She bought a jigsaw puzzle and thought it would take 5 to 7 years to finish it.
Seth Meyers really went after the Republicans, saying they're all about supporting controversial figures like Marjorie Taylor Greene. He didn't hold back, pointing out how they're still backing Trump, even with all the legal drama he's facing, including accusations of hiding payments to a porn star he supposedly had an affair with. Meyers joked about the bad timing of Trump's actions, saying it's never cool to mess around, especially when you're married. And he couldn't resist poking fun at the idea that Trump and his wife don't even sleep in the same bed.
What's going on here?
Oh, and one of my favorite people, oh.
Why is he making that noise? He sounds like my aunt trying a chocolate mousse. Oh. Oh. You have to try this.
Meyers pointed out how the Republican Party, often seen as champions of family values, seems to brush off Trump's alleged hush money payment to a porn star. He mocked the notion that Republicans are turning a blind eye to Trump's actions just because they find him distasteful.
And I say that knowing full well that while that's a bad time to sleep with a porn star, there's also no good time in a marriage to sleep with a porn star. Like, it's not like you'd be like, oh, look at us, both kids off to college, a couple of empty nesters. What are we gonna do next, honey? Well, there is one thing I've always wanted to do. Just checking if the timing's good.
Meyers cracked a joke about Trump shelling out hush money to hide a smear campaign, which is basically a tactic to tarnish someone's reputation. He humorously imagined Trump's reaction to finding out about the shady scheme with a musical R sound, adding a touch of comedic flair.
Here's the sound he made when he got that smear job.
Oh.
Meyers used this amusing sound to highlight the absurdity of the situation, downplaying the serious accusations against Trump in a light-hearted manner. He kept his audience engaged by mixing clever banter with a comedic touch, shedding light on the scandalous nature of Trump's actions. Plus, he added a playful element by asking, "Can we hear how that joke went over with the home audience?" to further involve his viewers in the moment. In court, Nels asked Stormy Daniels during her testimony if she had intended to publicly disclose her relationship with Trump. Daniels firmly denied it, stating she only wanted to defend herself and that nobody would willingly admit to such a thing. However, Meyers pointed out the awkwardness for Trump, as his own lawyer's question suggested that nobody would want to admit to being intimate with him.
Was asked Daniels if she eventually wanted to publicly announce she had sex with Trump.
Daniels said no, nobody would ever want to say publicly, I wanted to publicly defend myself. So they're saying no one would ever want to publicly say that they had sex with Trump.
Meyers sarcastically hinted that Trump could argue his case by listing the numerous women he paid off to keep silent. He then teased the situation, recalling Daniels' previous testimony about wearing silk pajamas and the bizarre image of Trump getting hit with a magazine featuring his own face. Meyers likened Trump's legal ordeal to enduring extreme discomfort, likening it to a ludicrous Japanese game show where contestants face constant embarrassment. In his humorous closing, he suggested that Trump's trial would be even more unbearable if it involved physical challenges, like electric shocks each time Daniels testified. At least it would keep him from falling asleep, he quipped.
2 electrodes attached to his balls, which at least would keep him from falling asleep.
Recent news on MSNBC reported that a reporter discussed a court exchange involving Stormy Daniels' social media posts, which Trump's lawyers tried to use as evidence to discredit her as a witness. However, their strategy ended up backfiring and inadvertently embarrassed Trump.
Out loud.
The defense is trying to use documents to their own favor. They've introduced
tweets, by the way.
A tweet from Stormy Daniels in the past. It's a tweet from her where she actually retweeted someone calling her a human toilet, and then she responded with that retweet saying exactly, making me the best person to flush the orange turd down.
Trump. Daniels, after calling someone a human toilet and an orange turd, which were used as evidence.
This has now been put into evidence, and Necklace asked, that was referring to Trump. Daniels, it doesn't say that, so it's up to your interpretation. Daniels, I'm also not a toilet. She goes on to say, if someone can make fun of me, I can make fun of them. Necklace, what did you mean when you said orange turd? Daniels, oh, I absolutely meant Mr. Trump. Necklace, then why didn't you say that a minute ago?
Because I thought it was obvious.
Meyer was additionally unable to laugh these tweets off.
You could write orange turd on a piece of mail and that would be enough for it to get to me.
The term orange turd has now been publicly added to the jury's list of evidence. Let's review the questions the judge addressed and their answers.
How did the rest of that exchange go? Counsel, what did you mean when you said orange turd? Daniels, it's up to your interpretation. Counsel, were you talking about Trump? Daniels, duh. Counsel, why didn't you say it before? Daniels, because it was a dumb question. Counsel, how dumb was it? Daniels, it was dumber than the time Marjorie Taylor Greene brought a spoon to the Super Bowl. Congress, boo! No, it wasn't. Daniels, yes, it was. Counsel, no, it wasn't. Daniels, turd says what? Trump, what? Daniels, see? Trump, snore. Prosecutor, Your Honor, the defendant is sleeping. Trump, oh my God, my testicles. Daniels, that's what he said when I spanked him.
Anyone who identifies as a Republican ought to be wondering how they got to where they are now, said Seth Meyers. He pointed out the irony that the presidential candidate they supported is now in a courtroom, accused of deceiving voters by allegedly covering up an affair with a porn actress using hush money. So, what do you make of all this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video entertaining, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell icon to stay updated on all the latest developments in Trump's legal battles. Catch you at the next one.